on, everybody? Lowe's here. Quick disclaimer before I start this discussion, or I should say story. I want to say that before I start this story that I am currently living with my parents. So this does benefit me in my adventure on doing this. I will say, if you're my age though, 20 years old, and you have a good relationship with your parents, stay there. Stack your bread, please. It helps in the long run. And they might help you out too. Might cook food for you, and you don't even have to pay for your own food sometimes. Who knows? But anyways, topic of the day, right, is how I went from negative $500 in my bank account to having 10 grand in it right now over just this past winter, the past, like, I would say 4 months or so, since about October started, end of October. I gained quite a bit, before that it was really bad. So for context, moved out when I was 18 out of my parents' house with a couple of buddies. Lived with them for about a year and a half, and really all I did was work a fast food place and party and spend the check I got from that place every single time. Got a couple jobs before I moved. They didn't work out though, and yeah, it was kind of this wasted time potential I could have been saving for. I had great memories though, will say, had a lot of fun times with the boys, but was not exactly what I should have been doing, and I realized that. Made this decision to move back with my parents, and I was thankful enough that they let me, and was blessed for that. It took a good minute to find another job, and I had another opportunity come, and to be honest, I just thought I was getting lucky at this point. My uncle gave me a suggestion that he could put in a word for me at his place, and I was like, you know what, let's do it, let's try it, let's give it a go. That happens, get the job, boom, have the interview, boom, I'm working, right? Now here's another thing, I didn't have a car at this point, so I start looking, start saving at the same time. My friend has a car in his backyard, and he's like, hey, since we're close like that, you know what, I'm just gonna give it to you, because I haven't had a car in a long time, and he understood that. So he was like, I'll give you the title and whatnot, you just fix it up and get it running, and you can have it and just pay for the parts. And I was like, alright. Did that. Got a car for spent a minute, man. Like I said, I was the type of kid in high school that never had a car driving to high school. Even as a senior, I rode the bus or walked. It sucked, but, gotta do what you gotta do to get to school. But anyways, finally have a nice, reliable, cheap car. It only cost me $1,000 to fix it up myself, had things done to it. Got that on the road, start just going back and forth to work. Another lesson I had to learn while doing this was being consistent with myself and, the things I had to do throughout the day. Back when I was living with my homies, I was very terrible at going to work and actually wanting to go. Instead, I would want to stay there and play games with them or do whatever the day had planned, that they were planning to do. And I would just call in, come up with some bullshit excuse, and be on my way. But there's no time for that now. It's time to lock in. And I realized that once I took this job, wouldn't want to screw over my uncle either, and I was like, yep, gotta lock in. And that's what I did for the past 4 or 5 months. 6 months actually. I've been working there for 6 months now. Just locked in, barely missed any days. I've only missed one, I think, and I've just been going crazy. Saving bread, and saving bread is a good part of it, but you gotta also realize, your spending habits and stuff like that, and that's where the second part of it comes into play of my story, where, I started learning about financing my savings and whatnot, and doing all this stuff, and investing, and money, just how the dollar works, basically. I really started researching into it while I would get out of work, or before I'd go into work. I would watch YouTube videos, I'd read, articles, Reddit, anybody that's been on those things, and I kind of just learned myself, started investing this year at the age of 20. First time I ever started actually investing. I opened up my own brokerage account, opened up a Roth IRA, and I'm sitting, I think, at $100 currently invested in it. I only started last month, so it's not much, but it's something. And, you know, started taking finance tracks of every month of, you know, what I spent and what comes in, you know, how much I make. First month, I only made $300. That's how much I saved, although it was around Christmas time. But second month, I saved up over $1,400 just in that month. $1,400 is a lot and can go a long way with many things. Now, if you do that repeatedly and you bump that number up every month and save more and more and spend less and less, you start building a snowball effect. And that snowball effect will be your best friend, I swear. Ever since I've been doing this, you know, money's been good. I haven't had to stress about anything money-wise. I'm currently saving up for my own house. That's why I'm staying back here. I got blessed with an opportunity, and I talked to my parents about it. Adult-to-adult conversation. And yeah, I'm just saving up for a house. You know, I want to pay it almost 100% fully. I don't even want a down payment on that house. That's how much I want to save here. And, you know, at first when I started working, it did take a minute to get used to, you know, learning things and actually becoming, you know, someone of money literacy, but it worked out. It really did. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it, really. It's pretty simple, man. I'm not the smartest person, by any means. I mean, I have troubles talking on this mic right now. I've stuttered like 3 times so far in this video. I'm nothing special. It's definitely achievable. And even if you are living on your own, you know, or with pals like I did, it's still doable. You know, even if you have a rent to pay, just, you got it. You just gotta look into it, man. That's basically how I did it. Moved back with my parents, learned financial literacy about myself, and did not stop, man. I did not stop. I keep working. I got work 2 days, and I work Monday to Friday every single day. I don't miss a beat. You know, you gotta be on that. Find a job that you like, though. You know, if it means job hopping, do it. You know, who knows, you might get a pay raise from that, but find a job you enjoy doing, because nobody wants to wake up and go to a job they don't like. That's one of the main reasons why I keep going. I found a job that I actually do enjoy. I like the people I work with and the environment and what I do. And there's room to grow, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, keep looking. There's always jobs. There's millions of different types of jobs out there for everybody. You just gotta keep searching. You know, that's basically it, man. That's my story, you know. The comeback of the century. 2025 will be my year, 100%, you know. I really screwed off the last 2 years doing nothing with my life, and the last 6 months have been a turning point, you know. And I feel like that should be the attitude, and it is the attitude with a lot of people lately. I've been seeing a lot of people, you know, come out of their stumps and, you know, doing great things, and I'm glad to be a part of that, and I just wanted to share my experience and how I was able to achieve a little mini milestone, at least for myself. You know, it may not seem like a lot of money, you know, 10 grand, it's a decent amount, but it's a lot to me. But anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just wanted a brief story about that. You know, anybody can do it, man. You got this. Keep going. Don't stop. I'll see y'all later. Peace.